Radio Kapitał. Radio Kapitał. Au!
Cześć, z tej strony Eliasz Hułas. Za chwilę odsłuchacie audycji w języku angielskim. Jest to wywiad z brytyjskim zespołem muzycznym Stinkshit. Jeżeli ktoś nie czai angielskiego i potrzebuje transkrypcji, chłopaki wyślą ją wam w formacie docs na waszego maila. Pozdrawiam.
I mean, should we get straight to it, or should we introduce some rules?
There's rules.
I don't know. Are there?
I mean, just
Number one rule is no rules.
yeah,
That's how we like it, baby.
yeah. I think we'll get it well. So maybe there's no need to.
Sweet. Can you guys hear us all right and stuff like that?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
just had to pull you up. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, fine. Perfect.
So I guess
Does it mean we are beginning the interview officially right now, or?
let's do it. Let's make it official.
Okay, I just wanted to make an intro.
All right.
To say.
Go ahead.
Okay.
This is the man.
I mean,
so-
it's still going to be localized in Polish anyway, so we can add it in post-production. But so welcome to the third instance of the Nettles, the Nettles podcast, and we welcome the. I mean, I had it in my head before. The Britain's best kept secret.
You're fucking right.
The fifth or sixth last member, which got lost in time, or got thrown into a different era of England's hidden reverse. Right up with current 93 Nurse with Wound and Coil, we welcome the band named Stinkshit.
Yeah.
Hey, what you know?
We are Max and Lucas, and I'm wondering which one is Bart and which one is Gebui, and how do I pronounce it?
So it's Gabiwi, and
okay, Gabiwi.
that's me. I'm
Alright,
Gabiwi,
nice.
and I'm Bart.
Okay,
That's Bart.
nice. Do you want to go first?
I don't know if you have any idea how to begin, then you should.
Well, I guess we just maybe pull up some questions.
I mean, I do have sample questions, and I even know with which one to start. So maybe if you allow me,
Maybe you have some questions. Maybe you have some questions before this whole shindig
Yeah, actually.
unravels.
How did you find us? That's a good question. Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's all Max.
yeah.
I just the things that I listen to that I think are underground have like 1 million views, so it's still this guy who listens to everything below that. So
I go.
We all know we are pretty close to the million anyway, so.
We're inches away from the millions. Yeah, we're going platinum next year. Yeah.
in post we'll add this clock, just waiting for the million.
Yeah, so I found you the way you find the best music generally I just opened up Bandcamp, and when you open up Bandcamp, there's this stream of recently bought.
Whoa, you guys are synchronized.
Huh?
You
What?
guys are synchronized.
What are we synchronizing? Huh?
You just lifted up from your chairs in
Simultaneously.
Yes, completely synchronized.
I didn't even notice
Like
what
a
you.
machine. Okay.
Yeah, so there's this stream of recently bought albums on Bandcamp, and these are completely unrelated. It's just like the stuff that's got recently bought.
Yeah.
And then I saw the cover art of I Have Nibbled My Last Munch, which is like some kind of model of a. I even checked through Google Graphics what does it relate to, and it's like a model of a squirrel from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
it's awesome. I actually wanted to like move to that later, but we will move to that later on to the cover art of Stinkshit.
Yeah, of course.
But my most basic question is because like I mean we all are going to be pretty much surprised because like generally our audience lives under the rock and no one has ever heard about Stinkshit before. So we haven't even introduced the sample yet. So maybe if you could explain in a few words what kind of genre of music do you represent? Then
That's a good question.
yeah.
I guess our music comes from inspiration from bands like Frank Zappa. I guess are the foundation, but obviously, obviously Dream Theater play a big role as well.
Yeah, there's a massive band called Devourment. They're huge. They're a big
Bowel
inspiration.
Devourment.
Devourment. Yeah.
Moment of yeah.
Yeah, songs like Baby Killer are a big sort of
Yeah.
very close to my heart.
Torso Fuck are another great one.
Yeah,
Basically, we owe a lot to a band from where we're from the same town, and we owe a lot to a band called Plod.
yeah, Plod.
Plod, which is like a British word for police.
I hope
Basically.
you note down all the bands.
So the same town of Stinkshit. So there's two bands from Stinkshit, yes?
So we,
How?
yeah, kind of similar. We're very close.
Stinkshit live in the town Stinkshit, as
Yeah.
referenced by our great song, A Sunny Day in Stinkshit Town.
Yes, exactly.
But Plod are just sort of down the road.
Okay.
And yeah, we know Plod relatively well.
Known them for a few years.
Yeah. And they wrote a lot of music back in 2016, I think. That was right up our alley. It was exactly what we wanted to do. So I think we just subconsciously had that in the back of our minds.
There's Griffin was one of them. We owe a lot to Griffin.
yeah,
Griffin, Pippin, Hank Skyfish. Was it one of them?
Hank Sky Finch, yeah.
Hank
Yeah,
Skyfish. These are all great guys.
He's a
from
rock poet like
Plod.
no other.
From
Yeah.
where? From Poland? They had
no. They're from a town called Kowloon, which is near
Okay.
where Stinkshit is.
Yeah.
They're also on Bandcamp if you feel like diving into some history.
Okay. The west coast of Britain. Yeah. I mean, could you remind me, Łukasz, where is Black Country New Road stemming from?
Oh, Black Country.
I think Bristol.
Black Country is somewhere near London.
Okay,
I
never mind.
I have
Never
no
mind.
idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They're far down
Yeah.
geographically. They're at the bottom of the country. We're close to the top.
Okay.
And musically, they're also far down compared to.
Yeah, they're also shit compared to us. So
Yeah, they suck.
Exactly. Yeah, because the music, like your music, really, I'm extremely like positively surprised to know that actually the band is kind of planned because Łukasz assumed that that it was just like done by two people who got drunk and sit down in front of a studio.
I mean, that's kind of what I do anyway on a daily basis.
Hey, I don't know if I said drunk. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you just drunk,
But yeah, other things as well. Arts and crafts, jigsaws. I like. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the music really shifts genres a lot. So you could assume that you are pretty well versed generally, like musically speaking, that you have a big library like in the back of your head. Like for example, one of my favorites, or rather one of the easier songs to remember, Castle Fucker, which follows one of my recent favorite genres of dungeon synth. Because you consider the cover art and the inspiration for the cover art, like you are actually pretty close. Because, like, I mean, anyway, this is like the most of the basic factors that make dungeon synth. You need the synthesizer and the proper cover art, and
That's all it is. Two ingredients.
Well, there is some sort of medieval rhythm going on in that, I think.
yeah. Like from the more ambientish and the narrative songs, like the previously mentioned, I have nibbled my last Munch. I think actually, I don't know. Maybe we should develop on it like later on, and before that, like introduce a song because like the audience is completely kept in the dark.
So,
yeah, sure.
do you guys want to introduce a song? Do you have picks? How was this planned?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it via email, but I mean, I really won't mind if you forgot that, because that might have been a long time ago. But yeah, I don't know if you have like, I mentioned that maybe 5 songs of like the ultimate Stinkshit experience. So maybe something from that. If you can make it on the fly, if you can, then maybe we can just via consensus find the song we'd like to introduce first.
Which ones we go for first?
You take first pick.
And the thing, how this works is because this is Google Meet.
Yeah.
We're just gonna like put our screen on
the display,
and we're just gonna play it from like the Bandcamp page.
Sweet, that's fine.
And then we incorporate it in a much more like editorial way later.
Okay.
Can do, yeah.
Should we do Castle Fucker?
I guess Castle Fucker.
I know you guys have played it on your previous episode, but why not start with Castle Fucker? Go on.
I mean, it was actually the very first episode of a different podcast. So.
Yeah, because now we work in a semi-professional fashion, because it's actually like a radio, internet radio.
Yeah, of course.
It's a different
I can tell you professional.
College
The background, obviously.
Yeah, the background is
the background. Yeah. Okay. So Castle Fucker.
Yeah, it's an Oxidation Nation.
Of course. Let me just
present the screen.
Yeah. Okay. It's working?
We'll listen to the whole thing before.
Yeah. We can see it.
Yeah, all
So
good.
just Castle Fucker, or rather transit it to Gunk.
Well, Gunk's got a whole backstory behind it. I don't know if you want to hear that first, or if you want us to go Castle Fucker Gunk, and then we can give you the backstory to Gunk if you'd like.
Oh, okay. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe let's do that. Maybe let's introduce the music first, and then we go.
Yeah.
To, so the 2 opening songs.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's get it.
The cowboy.
Ross, mate. Dude, Ross.
Hey, yo, Ross.
Bro, you gotta get up.
Get up, Ross.
Ross, man.
I can... Okay, cool.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross.
Ross! Ross! Get up! Yo, Rusty boy, man. Small goblin folk. This is a song for you and your boys and all your small friends. Y'all fucking stink, man. Shout out to the goblins. Let's go. Yeah, man, he stinks like a toad. I've seen him take a shit on the road. Yeah, man, he likes to sniff smack. His dad smells like ball sack. That's his name, Daggy.
He used to sell me acid back in high school. Drinking Bucky on the streets, you know, he's well cool. I think he was born in Pensby Hospital, at least I think. He gets battered by his missus and he fucking loves it.
Yo, you know this girl. Your dad's got a fat cock and I want some more. Man, I fucking love it. Man, I fucking shove it. Yo, man, my arsehole, it looks like a split clit. Dude, I swear, it literally looks like a split clit. I honestly don't get it.
Thank you. I just wanted to say
thank you.
thank you.
This has been a song by
You've been
me,
a really good friend. Thank
Gibiwi Galamakan,
you.
and my good, very slender brother,
That's me.
Bart. Thank you with Stinkshit.
And we're back.
We are.
A journey every time I play it on my MP3.
So, we've exchanged some observations off the air, I guess, but let's be men of words, and so the backstory about Gunk, I'm quite curious about that one, because I've got some questions about the lyrics, but maybe later after you explain, those questions will be gone.
Okay, well, so Gunk and Oxidation Nation. So it was we have a very dear friend between us who's called Rusty.
God rest his soul. He's not dead, don't worry.
So we have a very good friend called Rusty who used to go by the name Ross. Hence why we're telling him to get up. So we thought one day, why not just surprise him with a song about him?
Okay.
So the entirety of Gunk, in relation to the lyrics, which I'm sure you will still have questions about, are all about him. It's sort of like a...
It's a homage to him, really.
It's a homage. It's completely a homage to him. And then the EP itself, Oxidation Nation, was when we sent him the song, Gunk, after it was finished, and, wonderfully produced and mixed. He said that He just said he just wants more.
Yeah, he said this is gold, that I need more of this.
So is Rusty a musician, or is he just?
Fuck no, no. He has no rhythm.
I think he actively hates music, or not listening to it, but playing music. He will not go near it.
Okay.
So yeah, once he found out that we did this for him, he just asked for more, and we delivered.
Oxidation Nation was born. Yeah.
Just one tiny thing about Gunk, because it started out as a single. You can see that on your Bandcamp page, because it's like a separation to the Oxidation Nation album. Again, to the cover art, I immediately noticed the cave goblin from RuneScape.
Yes! I'm glad you immediately noticed.
I never really played RuneScape myself, but I mean, I'm so captivated by the imagery. I mean, I played it for like half an hour before, but like
I played it when I was a kid, like religiously. I was obsessed with it.
Yeah, like most people mostly from English-speaking countries. Like the people in Poland play different games. Like children in Poland play different games.
What's the like Polish equivalent of RuneScape then? Is there one, or Magic the Gathering?
Tibia, I think. Tibia was pretty popular. There's actually, but that's maybe that's diverging too much. But there's actually a game that was popular among children of 12, and so. Which was actually a project made. I mean, it's an entirely Polish game made as a project by IT students. But anyway, is somehow the creature connected to the personality of Ross?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In what kind of way? Is he like similar in his physicality?
It's more personality than anything.
Okay.
He is the goblin of our associates.
Yeah, he is widely renowned, not even by his friends, as just a goblin type person.
Yeah.
Well, so my questions concerning the lyrics remained. And,
it's worth mentioning that lyrics are also present, like in Goblin Tongue 2. In the very beginning, there's a shout out to the goblins, and then we go like with that.
So I just want to see if I'm right on getting the lyrics. First off, at the very end, do you guys go huff that flute or puff that fluid? Because I'm not really sure on which one, because Gunk would suggest like a fluid of some sort.
It is fluid.
The sound, okay, because the sound was like a flute sound, so maybe my ear was like, okay.
No, it is fluid.
Is there some sort of fluid that Rusty likes to enjoy?
Solvent abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like lighter fluid, deodorant, glue.
Okay.
You can hear a lighter being lit at the start of that as well. That's meant to be him trying to huff fluid, but instead, lighting it.
Okay. And I guess the next tidbit of lyrics, which I'm not really sure if I heard correctly, does it go, my asshole looks like a slit clit?
Yes, it does. And it was this guy who did it. Hey, round of applause for Kabeway.
It's the worst lyric I've ever done in my life, but yeah, that is what it says.
That's like the next Strawberry Fields Forever. That's like up there with, I'm the Walrus, so...
I feel like
I guess that's it about the lyrics for me. That's all I needed to clear out.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, speaking of lyrics, I just kind of wanted to mention that the adventurous, character of Stinkshit's music, because like I actually see the parallel. I mentioned a few other British bands that are like in pair with you, like Current 93, and actually like the other thing that sprang into my mind that I failed to mention before is like Ronaldo and the Low. It's also like a band consisting of two people and two men, just who make this type of adventurous experimental music with like equally but they are remembered by the history as like the
Yeah,
great
yeah.
experimentalists. And like the early residents have very similar kind of approach by just downright stealing the riffs and maybe making covers. And I think this is the same kind of spirit that like despite the formal side of the thing, like the spiritual side of the music is exactly the
very
same.
deep and spiritual.
I can't wait for the moment when you are going to start making costumes.
we have spoke a lot about that actually. Yeah.
We've always thought about playing live and how we do it because it's well, we don't remember half of the songs because we don't know how to play them and they're all just noises. But also, how would we present ourselves? We have no idea.
We've had many discussion about costumes and things to wear.
Maybe goblins, maybe monkeys, maybe.
Are there any venues in Stinkshit Town that you guys are hunting to perform in?
There's a few that we could try and get into. Yeah, they might let us in.
There is a few that could actually host us for a night, but
it wouldn't be the biggest crowd, but it would be.
Okay, so the thing holding you back, I guess, is the presentation. Yeah, you guys are perfectionists, and you have to
completely.
Okay.
We'd also have to figure out who's playing what, because there's quite a lot going on in some Stinkshit songs.
Yeah, some we have like 40 layers all at once, and some of them are just like keys jingling. Others are, lighter sound effects, or one of just screaming from the other side of the room. It could be anything.
Sound collage, Nurse with Woo.
Oh yeah.
You can just, it would be awesome if you could do it like move the studio on the stage rather than just playing it. Jesus Christ! What Stinkshit Town is apparently a place to be right now. In 2022, the best place to be.
Absolutely, we got hit by a terrible hurricane last year, but this year we're back up on it.
Yeah, the beach is still covered in gravy, and it's just.
It's just quickly mentioned that, coming back to the stolen riffs, Łukasz actually noticed that you might be stealing riffs, but it's just a free assumption.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering if there was any inspiration by a particular song, maybe in Gunk.
It's a pretty niche band.
No. I just saw some similarities to Danny California, the chord progressions.
Oh, of course, because I can hear that.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Because I think we've ripped off unintentionally and intentionally in the past, and I'm not sure which is which anymore.
That one I don't think. I think that was just.
Oh, I remember how we came up with the chords for Gunk. Was I was sat on Pee-wee's floor with my synth, and I just went, "Give me a chord," and you said G, I think, or this or that, and about 4 chords later, we had 4 chords. So I think it could just be coincidence, but it could also have been
subconscious, maybe.
Who cares? Let's do it anyway.
Don't know.
There's this whole thing where there's 4 chords or every song, so this could be the case for that. I was just wondering if there was any direct influence from Mr. Anthony Kiedis, but that's beyond the point. Let's just move on. Maybe a question about the songwriting. So, do you have like a strict process, or are you guys scientific about it? Do you take some chemicals and throw them into
Yeah, you can't see it right now, but there's a huge blackboard behind this camera, and it's just full of
it's ladled with ideas.
Yeah, we've got Neo-Riemannian geometry, sort of underpinning the music theory behind our stuff. But then we scrap it and start again about 15 times, and then we write a song based on the dreams we have based on the theory.
Wow. So that's Copernicus squared.
Yeah, 100%.
I guess we've talked quite a lot right now, so maybe it would be a good idea to move to another song. I don't know. What do you think, Lukasz?
Yeah. Do you guys have something, some song that's special to your heart that you would like to
That needs to
share
be
with?
presented.
Yeah, it needs to be presented.
We could save an Nibbled my most much for later, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, something special to my heart is I love my mum because I do love my mum.
Okay.
And I think I speak for Gabiwi here when
I also love my mum.
there we go. That's two guys
Okay,
who
thank you.
love their mums.
I
Two
think-
dudes loving their mum.
Yeah, I think everybody can relate to that. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead. The newest single,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stinkshit, I Love My Mom.
Happy Mother's Day. Was it released on Mother's Day?
It was late, but
Yeah, it was late.
I also delivered my present late to my mom.
I think Mother's Days are actually different in different countries.
Oh really? Oh.
I think they are. Yeah,
I'm
we
not
were
sure if
we were
Poland's
fashionably
Mother's
late.
Day is the same as UK. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
it's not.
I love my mom, and I do love my mom.
Hey.
Good man.
I love my mom, yeah, yeah. 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 My mom lets me stay up real late. My mom made me a birthday cake. My mom lets me read the Beano. My mom makes me drink whiskey to help me sleep. Shut up, Ringo. I love my mom, yeah, yeah. 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 My mom punches me on the swings. My mom wears lots of diamond rings. My mom makes sure my ears are clean. My mom died of an accident. Shut up, Ringo. I love my mom, yeah, yeah. I love my mom, yeah, yeah. I love my mom, yeah, yeah. I love my mom. Really? Oh, right on. Sweet song.
Thank you for that one.
Sweet Ringo reference.
One of the catchiest songs of Stinkshit. To be honest, I remember humming it on Mother's Day or somewhere around. Back
Oh,
in the
nice.
day when I discovered it. I like it a lot more than the original. If there is any kind of original, I'd say this song is
I think that one was intentionally Beatles inspired, hence the Ringo Starr reference.
Yeah, we were at that point we were delving very deep into the Beatles discography, a bit too deep.
Yeah.
We spent a good solid month with nothing but the Beatles, and we came out with "I Love My Mom."
Which is kind of a compressed version of the whole Beatles discography.
Exactly.
Exactly, that's what we were trying to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this really what the lyrical content of the Beatles is all about? Because actually, I never listened to Beatles
It's all
myself.
about good-hearted people belittling their drummer.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm the one who's not exactly in touch with the Beatles. That I'm focused on listening to Stinkshit. but it's good we got Lukasz on the board.
We had a good friend help with that song actually. As you can probably tell, there's another voice in that track that isn't ours.
Yeah, he's Enigma.
That's his nickname, or is he literally?
No, Enigma Balls.
What?
Enigma Balls.
Wow.
Daddy!
Speaking of which, if you had just an hour a month and 5 kids, you get 5 kids or 6 kids. Let's make it 6.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and you have like an hour a month to spend time with them. How would you prove to them that you are a loving father?
Fight them. Complete fist fights every day.
You'll have to be a quick fighter too.
Oh, I
So
know.
6 of them.
It means 10 minutes for each kid.
Or you could fight them all at once because they're much smaller than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could just spend a whole hour with all
Take
of
them
them.
on.
and they'd learn to take a hit or two or three, and then when they get older and they're battered and bruised, but they've been through the wars, they're
gonna love their dad.
My dad was a good guy, and yeah, that's my plan. Either that or just like overdose on heroin in front of them. I can't really tell yet. It's a joke. This is all.
So I guess my question would be, do you believe in God, Stinkshit? Does Stinkshit believe in God?
We actually have plentiful debates about this. Bart is a devout, almost Orthodox Christian.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, very Jewish. So we bash heads a lot when it comes to religion. It's the one thing that doesn't get involved in Stinkshit.
Yeah, there's been a few times where I've printed out the New Testament of the Bible, which obviously Kabiwi doesn't like too much. I've snuck into his pillowcase, just like folded up pages and put them in his wallet or a suitcase or anything. And yeah, I think there's been a few times where you've seen the light, but then
we find peace.
And then,
we find peace.
Yeah,
between ourselves, but
yeah, but no, not really.
No, but like short answer, no.
So Stinkshit leaves religion at the door when they arrive at the studio, and okay.
I'd say so, yeah.
Too right. All external worldly problems gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we enter the Stinkshit mindset.
Stinkshit it's a universe in itself.
We plug into the matrix, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we become God.
Speaking of the universe, I actually noticed because like there's an entire Stinkshit lore going on in the background, which kind of begins in what you've mentioned today in the beginning, that Gunk is inspired by your friend Ross. Never mind.
Either one.
And yeah, there's for example a ghost of Pavarotti appearing. Is it the ghost of Pavarotti? Or is it like a being created by you, which exists only in Stinkshit universe?
So that one was the ghost of Pavarotti, to be fair.
Yeah, I think ghosts can probably like go through to different universes. I mean, they're ghosts after all. They're not confined to
How
anything.
does it work in your religious views?
Like you said, Stinkshit, religion, two separate things.
Listen, like we said yes and we said no. You know what I mean? It's just it comes.
Suddenly, the ghost of Pavarotti.
He owed us a favor.
Okay.
The song that song Gay Bar Once is about our friend Rusty, again obviously, when he used to work in a gay bar, which we have actually both in fact worked in the exact same one. As well as him, and it was just
or different times.
Different times, actually.
Yeah, we all actually worked there different times, funnily enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens if you are from the same circle of Cubans, because I mean we worked in
the same humans, yeah.
We were in the same relation with Łukasz once, but I mean I recommended this job. There was nothing to recommend, but like after I decided I really didn't want to work there, so yeah, so maybe it's a different thing actually. But anyway,
I'll pass the favor one day.
Thank you. I mean, yeah,
so
but
maybe
just wanted to like develop
ahead.
on the gay bar thing, like.
Yeah, sure.
How come? How did you happen to work at gay bar? Like,
who first?
There's university in Stinkshit Town.
Yeah.
But I was I'd started at and I needed some money just alongside my studies, so I applied everywhere around the place, and that was the first place that got back to me. So I started work there. Maybe 4 years ago now. Yeah.
And then subsequently you got Rusty the job.
Yeah.
As well.
So Rusty was working with me very briefly. We crossed paths, and then you moved to Stinkshit Town.
Yeah, and then I did move to Stinkshit Town about 2 and a bit years ago now. 2 years ago, 2 months, something like that.
And and then you got the job
So
True.
just at the cusp of the pandemic.
It was, yeah. I just moved to Stinkshit Town literally a couple months before that all kicked off.
Did you plan on staying permanently?
Uh,
Or did the whole situation sort of grab you by the bones and
I mean, once I came to Stinkshit Town, I just couldn't leave.
okay.
I couldn't leave.
Understandable.
Because of the gravy.
Because of the gravy beaches, of course, and the horse that everyone hits with
Everything
sticks.
just holds you down here.
Exactly. I can't leave. I cannot leave. There's a thick mist surrounding the town. You can't leave.
Yeah, there's weird creatures that sort of crawl up from the earth. I don't know how to describe them apart from like this eldritch mess of horror. But if you stray too far outside of these areas, you can end up pretty scarred. Yeah.
That's a pretty scary image.
But I've got to say, I think you moving to Stinkshit Town and then obviously this pandemic hitting probably helped a lot with getting more Stinkshit content out there quicker. Because we had nothing to do.
Yeah, we both had nothing to do, so it just sort of came at the perfect time.
Yeah, we could fully focus.
So I'm wondering if there are any new material you guys are cooking up in the vaults. Is there something to be awaited? To be
Yeah,
I believe there is.
there is. There
yeah, nice.
There absolutely is.
We mentioned our good friend who appeared on I Love My Mum.
Enigma Balls, him.
Let me write that down.
He's a bit of a traveller compared to us. Like he's not cemented in Stinkshit Town, but he's still within arm's reach. And I think he'll be making a lot more of an appearance as time goes on.
We've got him lined up. We have some other Stinkshit friends to feature. We have not EPs this time. We have a whole album in the works, an extensive album.
Yeah.
If all goes to plan, it will be a very long album.
We're thinking like 2 CDs worth. It wouldn't really fit otherwise. So it could be.
We don't have a date for anything or anything like that. But what I will say is when we do drop this, maybe the first couple singles from it, we will move everything onto Spotify as well and streaming services so people don't have to go on Bandcamp all the time. We're just waiting for the new thing to drop so then we can do a big, like, everything on Spotify at once, big reveal for all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Maybe you guys want to introduce the next song?
I mean, since we mentioned Gay Bar once, but I don't know, maybe like it depends how you feel about it. Maybe you want to play something else.
I'm falling down with Gabe.
Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. Go on.
Okay, so Oxidation Nation again it is. Let's go right about
For a woman I was many times before. Fondled by the queen, if you know what I mean. Goo gaga, baby needs mommy's milk. Please, oh motherfucker, feed me the milk. Baby needs mommy's milk. Mommy, milk me now. Milk me.
You can separate separation really makes you appreciate all the layers that appear on.
Yeah, there a lot. Yeah.
Rather than like listening to it.
Yeah, definitely. And this also the separation of individual tracks within the mix.
Thank you.
Even more
I really
apparent.
wanted to make a point about that. I wanted to hear everything individually.
Yeah. That's it's very apparent listening to this particular one. Just please do on stereo. It's an experience.
we sang a lot of money into production and all that. We spent a lot of money on it, so I'm very glad you could tell. Yeah.
Well, it paid off. So
Thank you.
it was a good investment.
Going back to the comment before about the problem of ever performing live,
Yeah.
and the logistics of that, that song was towards the end there was no trumpets. It was just our voices. But yeah, with so many layers of these voices, we only have one mouth each. So we actually share the same mouth actually.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a cloned version of mine and vice versa. So we don't really have enough capability. Maybe we should like hire a choir or an orchestra or something.
Yeah, we'd have to.
That's
some big investments if we were ever going to perform live.
Oh, because it sounded like you guys actually had a full, like, choir going on there.
Well, you see, this is the beauty of the Gamlecans, Gavivi Gamlecan, Bart Gamlecan. All it takes is two. All it takes is two.
3 in case of this one track, but I don't know if you want to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like
Really good
Pavarotti
credit.
still does a favour, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
You
So
can. Oh, okay.
go ahead.
May I?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I mean, you can also hear like a biographical bits, I suppose, in this track too, because
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to develop on that or not. Like, but
I mean, everything we say in that kind of it's from Rusty's POV, really. I guess.
Yeah,
He was once mistaken for a woman.
Yeah, many a times.
Many a time while working in there.
Yeah, and he was fondled by the Queen, if you know.
He
what I
was
mean.
fondled by a drag queen, which
Yeah.
also is.
while being mistaken for a woman, or while being precisely attributed the male gender.
I mean, it's hard to say. He's mistaken for a woman in that place so often that
But actually, who knows? Yeah.
a lot more than we realise.
Is it does Rusty have long hair?
At the time, he did. Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he did. Yeah.
It changes a lot. It's here and there and everywhere. And
Oh yeah, that's like a woman thing, definitely. Yeah.
There we go. Exactly. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. He knows.
I can see that. So, I guess how much time did the records take to produce the Oxidation Nation? Maybe how long did it take to cook up something? So,
yeah, Oxidation
So-
Nation was fast.
one quick comment on women,
Related.
absolutely unrelated. On the contrary to Łukasz, I don't know crap about women because I'm gay. Thank you. On the subject of the timetable. Thank you.
Thanks for being Thanks for being great.
Thank you.
This was a great moment.
Yeah, this is.
Let's go back to the.
Yeah. So Gunk and Oxidation Nation were all made legitimately, were all done and put out in 24 hours.
From the second we started recording to that being released on Bandcamp was
24 hours. We stayed up. We like stayed up quite late, and we didn't have any material. We just sat there and like just
in a
fucking roast and shit.
In a frenzy.
Literally in a frenzy. It was like
Pavarotti just swinging by.
yeah, it was actually really good timing that he came by. Yeah.
It was like by the end of the album or somewhere in the middle, I suppose. Like.
Yeah, he just popped in.
After
He just gave us a bit of boost. Yeah. Yeah, so Oxidation Nation and Gunk, like from the release of the single Gunk and Oxidation Nation, that took 24 hours. Undeniably Curious and I Nibbled My Last Munch had a lot longer of a time frame, but it's because like we had to return to our normal day job lives and all that. So like I think that took.
I can't actually remember how long it took for. I Nibbled My Last Munch.
I Nibbled My Last Munch, I think, took a day or two. There was so much crying involved that we had to stop. Because you know it's a very emotional song, we had to take a few breaks. And then Undeniably Curious, I think, spanned across like 2 or 3 months, but overall probably like a couple days work, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot longer, but it was still worth it. It was a different process, but I think that's what made it not different.
Yeah, because of our huge success with Oxidation Nation, because we hit global number 5 or something, we got to buy a load more equipment.
I've seen that on Times Square, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
it was on all the big screens, and
yeah, we put it on.
How did that pressure actually play into the next album? Because I can definitely feel the weight of fame sort of crushing you guys in the second.
Absolutely.
Well, we took Fame a little bit differently, the both of us. Bart over here recluded, moved to the woods.
Yeah, I don't really like tall buildings anymore, or concrete, or right angles. They scare me a bit. But you know, so I like digging mud huts. There's like some really great primitive sort of stuff you can do with just like a few. Why he's laughing? This is
very serious.
But
yeah, bushcraft, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can spend like 2 years in the woods without a single resource other than your own mind. It's like a single cage. So I do that. Whereas Gabiwi is very much on the other side.
I took the complete opposite. I took my first paycheck straight to the casino. I went up, I went down, I went up, down.
More downs than ups.
Down, up briefly, down, blew all the money. I went a 2-week bender. I was in a penthouse, heroin. I didn't talk to my mother for 2 weeks, which for me is awful.
We all love our moms.
Yeah, because we all love our moms.
I think the unifying thing, though, aside from loving our mums, of course, is that we channeled the fame and the pressure and the overwhelming like insanity of it all, an uprooting of our lives. We turned that into emotions, and that's what gave things like I Nibbled My Last Munch and My Wife's New Boyfriend such an edge, such a definition, you know.
Well, My Wife's New Boyfriend, that's like that was huge for you. That was like
that was our Woodstock moment.
That's a song I would love to play, but I'm thinking it's probably like a Radiohead Creep situation where it's played so many times that you guys are actually tired of it. But, you know,
the song holds a lot of sentiment. It does. It's a very powerful song.
Yeah.
I feel
like it's one of those crowd favorites. You know,
100%.
Yes, definitely.
There's a similar situation where women that relate to the theme of the lyrics like will never get the song, and they listen to the song ironically all the time. Like,
Oh, you're talking about Creep.
I'm talking about Creep, and it's a parallel situation to My Wife's New Boyfriend. Like,
Yeah, completely. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great
that's
observation.
actually it. Yeah, that's actually hands down it. Yeah.
no girl will ever notice a creep, and no girl will ever notice that there
No.
are actually 2 Xbox now in our household.
And no girl will ever listen to Radiohead in the same way no girl will ever listen to Stinkshit.
Exactly.
So yeah, I suppose it is selfish that we've catered almost entirely to our male audience. So maybe we might release like a feminine EP where it's all about I don't know, female stereotypes.
Well, you do love your mom, so.
I'm gonna brush my hair.
we do love our moms.
Brush my hair and do my nails.
Yeah,
Or
but
something
I
like
guess
that, I don't know.
doesn't it still play into like the feminine side of Rusty though?
Oh,
That's
these
still
guys
like
are...
I would say version of the male gaze, so to speak.
Yeah, I feel like you know our band better than we know our own band.
Yeah. This is very impressive.
Well, I dabbled in music critique in college, so.
Watching all the Anthony Fantano videos.
Just taking notes of what Anthony
Yeah,
Fantano says. That's it.
I was early to the party.
Were you just chanting death grips in your room all day?
Yeah, I was, shaving my head and trying to, go to the gym.
Buying loads of watermelons and just melons in general.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Checkered shirt.
this is also one of the controversies. One of the biggest bands, Stinkshit, one of the biggest records this year, and completely omitted by Anthony Fantano.
Anthony keeps.
How do you guys feel about that?
There was
Pisses me off.
There were a few emails back and forth between me and Anthony. It got quite heated in the end, but it was. He wanted us to essentially pay as an advertisement, I guess, for our music being publicized by him. He thought it was some god in the music scene. So he was asking us for about £15 to £20 for a 3-album critique.
We're not doing that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not giving that guy a single penny of my money until he grows a fucking.
This is it, actually. Anthony Fantano.
That's
Yeah.
Italian.
Anthony Fantano, if you ever hear this, fuck you.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Anthony Fantano.
There's a great diss song to Anthony Fantano on the internet. It was made by
Samuel Hyde.
famous comedian.
MDE, yeah, Sam Hyde, MDE.
Yeah, MD never dies. Yeah, I'll be doing that. How much time do we have?
Do we have to stick to the hour thing? Because I think that's probably blown. This could be a 2-parter. This could be a 3-parter easily.
We're easy. We have nothing to do.
Yeah, we can also edit it out. It's going to be in Polish after
Well,
all.
of course, we want you guys to completely be in control of your own image. So this is gonna all be, sent to you, and we want you guys to authorize this.
Yeah, perfect, of course.
So, yeah, definitely, we want to pay the respects, so to speak.
Thank you.
As deserved. Thank you.
So maybe
Kame.
this is
Sorry.
this is a suggestion, but maybe after all these years, maybe my wife's new boyfriend maybe needs a revisiting.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
it does. Maybe it does indeed.
Okay, so
Let's go
give
for
it
it.
a spin. Let's give it a great spin.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was walking down the street to go and buy some meat for my wife's casserole. When I got back, there was an extra plate at the table. I was mowing the grass while he was eating her ass. The moans were so loud, like the Woodstock crowd. My wife's new boyfriend, he's so mean. My wife's new boyfriend, he shaves his face so clean. My wife's new boyfriend, she laughs at his jokes. My wife's new boyfriend, he's a real top bloke. She put my stuff in a box, then she changed all the locks. I've got nowhere to go, but he seems like a cool dude. My wife's new boyfriend, she changed all the locks. My wife's new boyfriend, put my stuff in a box. My wife's new boyfriend, won't let me see the kids. My wife's new boyfriend, now she says they're his. My wife's new boyfriend, he drives a nice car. My wife's new boyfriend, got a Michelin star. My wife's new has a degree. My wife's new boyfriend has more money than me. My wife's new boyfriend. My wife's new boyfriend.
Oh God.
Oh my God. You know what?
We did it.
You know what?
Yeah, we're here. We did it.
What a ride, guys.
Look at us.
This song sends you to a different place.
It really puts you in your wife's new boyfriend. You are the
It really
man.
puts you in your wife's new
Your
boyfriend.
boyfriend. You really are in your wife's new
It really
boyfriend.
puts you in your wife's new boyfriend.
I felt like I was.
It makes you feel like my wife's too bored. Just like in Spider-Man video games.
I really. I really felt like I was mowing the grass and he was eating
Well,
the grass.
Yeah, well, he was eating around.
Yeah, I felt that too. Yeah,
Which
a whole
is,
spiritual
like, one of
connection.
the best, maybe Pulitzer Prize level lyrics out there, right?
Yeah, that was some Edgar Allan Poe kind of poetry right
Yeah,
there.
is that a quote? Is that a direct quote?
The lyrics came from... I can't remember. I think we just...
They were you. They were all you.
They came from me. I forgot.
Actually, to be fair, the lyrics were all Bart. He played a huge. He really was going through it with his wife's new boyfriend.
I was.
And he just.
He was eating her ass a lot. I was mowing the grass.
Who is the wife's new boyfriend?
Mark.
Yeah. Marcus Pork is his full name.
Marcus what?
Marcus Pork. Marcus Pork
Pork.
Senior. Yeah.
Write
Search
that
him
down.
online whenever you get a chance. He's a
real top bloke.
He just seemed like a cool dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah. I'm glad.
That's like a top 40 all-time hit.
It was my absolute number one single, not joking, last year. No, really.
Yeah, no, none of this is jokes. This is all serious.
This is sort of like harkening back to how essentially your music is like folk music. It's like it's brought about through people through basically singing it. You can
Yeah,
just,
it's all stories.
It's not
It's
like
all.
the Prodigy where you have to like take out your amps and your DJ set.
None of
like,
that. Too much.
No.
Too much.
You can just whistle it in the air, and it comes.
Exactly.
And it goes.
It's made for these people to tell their children, to sing to their children.
It's made by the
Campfires.
people for the people.
It's by the people, for the people,
By the
and
people
the children,
and for
with
the
the people,
people.
and for people.
And for people.
For the people and the
But not
children.
3 people.
No, just 4.
4 people.
Exact specific for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to mention that, like, stepping out a little from this particular subject, like, I really wanted to mention it a lot earlier, but you can see on Undeniably Curious when the Stinkshit town is finally introduced, like the Stinkshit lore comes out from the mist. It's like Oxidation Nation is this short story set of, like a short story set, while the Undeniably Curious is an entire Tolkien size novel.
It's like
Yes,
Hobbit and
yes.
Lord of the Rings.
And it all flows pretty well. It all flows pretty well, like from one track to another. Like you can relate that. You really feel like you are moving from one place to another. Actually, it's a spatial experience because first we are in very Stinkshit town. Then we go through the Toaster Riot to
Oh my
finally
goodness.
arrive at home of my wife's new boyfriend. I mean, my own home, which isn't exactly mine anymore. But there
It's
are two
not,
extras
unfortunately.
inside.
What you feel is your home, and yeah, you're torn from it. We've discussed this on many occasions, but you can look at Stinkshit in a multitude of ways like that. You can have this story for each album, and you can have another story for that album or another, and it's all down to your interpretation and your steel cage at that time.
So there's no exact like internal process from which like the lore stems. It's just something that surfaces somehow and it's related.
Yeah, I think it kind of varies. Sometimes there is like a lot of thought behind something, and then other times it's just anything and everything.
What was I thinking about? What was I? Let me look up my notes.
I mean, we can still talk about cover arts. This
Yes,
is the thing we
yes,
haven't
the
covered.
cover art, definitely.
Cover art, yeah. I mean, I guessed 2. I've managed to guess 2, but like the undeniably curious is still like. I mean, I know there's a meme with this picture, like monkey business or something like that. But it looks like. I mean, it looks like a monkey from Roller Coaster Tycoon. Have you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon?
I think it might be. I can't remember where it's from now.
Yeah,
It's either that or RuneScape, and I can't remember.
I think because like I
No, it is.
I love my mom is from RuneScape.
Yeah.
And I think is it from RuneScape as well?
No, there are monkeys in RuneScape, and there's a lot of them. A lot of varied monkeys.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for RuneScape monkeys. But undeniably curious. I don't actually know.
I think we just tried to continue the theme, and we searched for low poly animals on Google Images and just went through a bunch until we found the one.
Yeah, the one.
There's actually a Twitter site which is like an option for the recommendation of the texts, important texts. There's a Twitter account which is called Low Poly Animals.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right.
I was obsessed with that back in a couple of years ago, where I used to just browse it constantly until we found the right stuff.
There's this awesome seagull which like consists of exactly 5 polygons, and it's just like it's kind of big. And I imagine seagulls look exactly like that in Stinkshit Town. You think it's origami lying on the beach.
It's all polys. It's all polygons. All zeros and ones.
Someone's
You know, it's high definition things there.
Yeah.
Like everything else is pretty, low res to say the least.
I mean, that's like an emo element in your music also. Like, emo, yeah. We've been listening to Midwest emo a lot.
Hey, sick, nice.
Yeah, and recently.
We're both big fans.
More Midwest than emo, I think.
In your case, I mean, I guess I'm more emo and he's more Midwest. But yeah, like, do I enjoy this town? Do I enjoy living it? Stinkshit. It's something that Midwest emo 19-year-old would say.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I hate this place. I want to get out, and
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
same time I can't. It's a relatable struggle, I guess. Like I say, music for the people, by the people, for the people, and for the people.
Yeah.
But not 3, 4.
It's euphoric.
Four?
It's for you, and it's euphoric too.
Oh, okay. A man of words. A word man.
A wordsmith, if you will.
Speaking of RuneScape, just one more quick. I don't know. Maybe I should.
Just one thing.
One more.
Yeah.
One quick thing.
Yeah. Speaking of RuneScape, like, how much time would you say? Like, would you estimate? Like. Okay. So we are doing the thing. How much time did you spend in Gillinor? Like, in hours? In hour count? How? Can you count it? Is it possible, or like?
Count how many hours we spent doing what?
In Gillinor, that's the.
God, I've done that since I was like 9 years old.
I was really late to the RuneScape game. Bart was on it from about 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah, so I used to play when I was like a little kid, and then got back into it maybe a year ago. So I'd say it's in the hundreds, but maybe not the thousands yet.
Well, Malcolm Gladwell said that you,
Sorry, yeah, carry on.
to reach mastery, you have to put in the 10,000 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that informs your art in many ways.
I suppose so. We've both been
'Cause you
creating
put in-
music
You
for.
put in 24 hours for your first album.
I mean, this isn't our first.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go, man.
Yeah, we got a lot more hours to go. We aren't. This isn't our first venture into music, thankfully. More of a meeting of the minds than two new souls, if you know what I mean. So we've already had the hours, thankfully, in our own way.
Well,
Separately.
yeah. So maybe you could elaborate on that. So the Beatles had Hamburg, and you, I guess, what was?
Are you reading the same self-help book that I'm reading? Because like I read recently about that, about the
Tony Robbins.
Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Oh, yeah. I mean, it really isn't that stupid of a book, believe me.
Well, people recommend it, so I guess it must work.
I got it through Reddit. Through Reddit pessimism.
Such pessimism.
What about this question?
Oh yeah, I mean we can ask it. But before that, I really wanted to ask also about one thing about RuneScape. Do you have like a specific build that you would recommend in RuneScape? Is it something that's really OP and worth it, or like?
I'd say whatever makes you the happiest. Like whatever you can pass your time doing the most.
My time in RuneScape was more. I was mining and praying and crafting. I didn't. It was a lot like real life, and my fishing, my crafting, and my praying. So I liked a very non-aggressive playthrough, whereas
I focused more on the attack, combat stats, and then I went more down the woodcutting and fire making route because, like I say about my survivalist sort of.
This motherfucker will cut a tree down so fast. You have no idea.
I'll cut trees.
He can genuinely that tree. You see it, click finger gone. He will cut that tree down.
Which is like the reflection of the balance between like your Jewish and your Christian side.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we have one question left, maybe. If you really
Only
want to
one?
ask it. I don't know. Maybe you have
Absolutely.
more in your head.
Ask away.
Ask anything. Open book. We're here.
All right.
If you want me to get my cock out, just say. I'll do it.
Actually, I wanted to ask that to Gabiwi, but.
Oh.
Gabiwi, no.
Yeah, all right.
What's up?
Do you guys plan on making maybe a video game?
I mean, that would be sick.
Stinkshit video game.
I don't think we've ever thought about that.
We've never thought about that. We've thought about a lot of whack shit to do with Stinkshit. That's alright. Cheers, thank you. Nice.
Where did that come from?
Green screen.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had this set up now.
It came from the monkey.
We've actually never thought. We've thought of a lot of shit, like merchandise or whack shit to do with Stinkshit. We've never thought about a video game, but that would be sick. We are both quite heavy into the video games.
Yeah, I just don't know how I'd ever make it. I think that's the tricky question.
Maybe when we drop the new album and it goes platinum and we get a fuck ton of money and people love us again after not remembering who we were for a little brief period, maybe then we'll just throw some money to someone. Get like From Software to make like a Stinkshit Dark Souls or something.
Oh my god, I would like to see that. I mean, I can't wait to test out my pure intelligence build.
Yeah, fast rolling in Havel's armor, yeah.
Yeah, glass cannon pure intelligence. That's my time.
That's your soul's build, yeah.
Do you guys maybe want to introduce the next song?
We could get the next song to play? Okay. Yeah, we might have.
If you guys have got time for it, I guess we could do.
I think we had a 60-minute thing kind of going, but now I think it's kind of like 75 minutes. But we can,
How deep made a decision, I think so. Yeah, we can just roll with it.
Well, I just love talking to you guys, but whatever, if you got like a cookout coming, so I don't know.
We could end on a
we
sad
already
note.
know we have some nutrition coming, but you know.
I guess we could always end on a sad note, since at least I'm sad to say goodbye and end.
Yeah,
we could end on.
This
I
has been
Nibbled My Last
fantastic.
Munch.
So why don't we end on a somber note of I Nibbled My Last Munch?
Yeah.
Send this off.
All right.
Oh yeah, I really wonder what's the story behind the song, but can we? But do we have time? Can we really ask about it? Because like there's still a lot of unexplained mysteries to the Stinkshit universe, but it's just like Dark Souls. You just get descriptions of items and
Yeah, I will give you no lore. You just have to find things and just read up on them.
We'll leave it as a mystery for now.
That's the artist's choice right there.
It really reminds me of the beginning of Morrowind, where you actually are not sent into the on the quest, but instead you die a death of a prisoner, because this is how life ends. This is how life is in reality. No second chances, no save games, no
nothing.
alchemy build. You just make.
Alchemy.
You can actually,
No quest markers, just arrows.
In Oblivion, cheese and tomatoes and bread are alchemical ingredients. So, I mean, these are the only alchemical ingredients available in real life. You just make cheese sandwiches,
cheese, tomato,
and then you're sent to your death.
And that's your last munch.
No, no talking to the emperor, no.
Saving the emperor.
No living that boat for Vanderfell, yeah.
No acrobatic skills. No.
Oh no. They took that away. They also took like the unarmed. So I can't go on like with my Khajiit monk build anymore.
Oh yeah, because they got rid of the
dumbest thing ever. Like there's no point in playing Elder Scrolls game anymore. Some kind of a tribute. So I mean, guessing by your expressions, I hit it. Like, is it really a Morrowind reference? No.
No, it isn't a Morrowind reference, though I do really love Morrowind.
It's a good comparison.
But no, we have people seriously ask us, like whenever they see us, about I Nibbled My Last Munch, because people are left so intrigued by what was his last munch, because we say a tasty, zesty crunch. We say a few other things to hint at the last munch, but I mean, who are we to know what a prisoner's last choice was?
Oh my god, this is such a awesome song.
Yeah. Well, I guess I want to thank you guys for participating. So.
Well, thank you for having us as well.
Yeah, genuinely. Thank you guys. This has actually been sick. Thank you.
Yeah.
I never thought.
Like seriously, this is great for us. And
Alan, this is our peak in life, basically.
No, we love it. Anytime.
I never thought 2 years ago someone would be calling us from another country asking about this music. So it's a really weird and good experience.
Actually, we have a sort of similar situation, because we just received a couple of days ago the first fan mail to our.
No way! Your first fan mail.
Somebody who's not the member of my family. So, so we were very surprised. So I relate. Definitely.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Thank you guys so much. Thanks.
So I think this is. I really can't wait to hear the next record, and thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Nah, it's been great. Cheers, guys.
Awesome.
So here we go. I nibbled.
I nibbled without head.
I've nibbled my last munch. A tasty, zesty crunch. This will be my final lunch. Forsooth, I have nibbled my last munch. Boy, prisoner, the chair's waiting for you. Make it quick now. have you no mercy for a man free of sin? Keep walking. Eyes forward. Would you not at least release these chains one last time? Not a chance. Keep that bickering down. Now. Sir, please, please. Please, sir. I can't die like this, sir. Please, not like this, please. Sir, I'm begging you, please. Not like this, not like this. I promise you I'm an innocent man, sir. Please, not like this.
This has been the album.
The whole album.
Whole album is right here.
The whole
Thank you.
Stinkshit Town album.
Right here. And we have a big, really big special thank you shout out.
Big thank you time. Yeah, you ready?
Big time thanks for Gilly Bell,
Blindy
Blog,
Jell.
to William,
Belly Gall.
I think to Bing B, Blimby,
Binny Clay.
Big Flame, Play, Gay,
Brillo Doll.
Bing, Gil Bell,
Blemblo Gill.
thank you.
Billy Gale, thank you.
Can't say it.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Billy Gale. I owe you everything.
Well, actually, yeah, no, to be fair, shout out to Billy Gale.
Shout out to Billy
Shout
Gale.
out to Billy Gale. Stinkshit's biggest #1 fan.
Mm.
Below you guys.
Yeah.
Stinkshit's biggest 3 fan.
Yeah, the biggest fan.
Yeah, Stinkshit's third biggest fan.
So, who's the fourth person?
Oh, that's 4 people.
Yeah, that's 4 people then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 4 people.
That's 4.
Nice.
Well, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about?
So I guess we'll be contacting you when we like edit this whole thing together, and yeah.
Sick.
And I hope you guys won't sue.
Hell no.
Just kidding.
This is the most press we'll ever get.
And just straight up sue us for like $1 million.
Fuck it, I'll wait until it drops and then just contact my lawyer immediately.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, thanks a
until the
lot.
court case, guys.
Yeah, let us know if you want like on the site, like further contact you, maybe like an email or something.
Yeah.
Like once we upload the the podcast itself.
Yeah. I'll just send you all the contact shit that we need and whatnot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also, yeah, I mean, it would be really worthwhile to actually like make Stinkshit more apparent on the web. Like, I think you really need to rate your music, and Discogs site. Like, absolutely. And
All right. Yeah. We'll look at all that when
I mean, we can do it ourselves. Actually, I think I can do it, but I don't know. I mean, it's your band, not mine. So.
I mean, like, feel free if you want to, but also like when we do drop the new thing, whenever that comes, we're gonna like blast every website we can. We're gonna try and actually like
Nice.
solidify ourselves as a band some more.
I don't know how to say goodbye.
I don't want to say goodbye.
Let's just not say it.
And just stay here, like.
Yeah, we'll just hang out. Bye. We'll do it. Okay. We'll do it.
Oh, dang.
Dobra. To było coś dziwnego i pięknego.
To było super miłe. To chyba, czy to będzie nasz pik, czy to naprawdę będzie najlepsze, co wypadło?
Max, zobacz, co ty nagrywałeś, proszę.
4,5 gigabajta. Raczej opcja była taka, że...
Radio Kapitał. Radio Kapitał.